state government back in a way that's positive and respectful and productive. Every idea, has merit if we're really focusing on making sure the quality of life of New Mexicans. And today, strong, serious Democrats in Albuquerque working on GOTV. You know who they're worried about? They're worried about everybody in Cimarron and Eagle's Nest and Angel Fire. And that makes me feel, yes, but that's who we are.
Right.
So we're going to take water up there. We've got an event in Taos. We'll cross over and see what we can do to help. And then Ben Ray and I'll work on watershed restoration and protection. So it's lovely to get to do all this work at once. So how did the morning go?
Great.
All right.
I did participant using government. I think that's easier to.
I think so.
Who said that obviously you can't vote in primary, so you plan on
16.
voting for
Okay.
you.
I had one of those too. Republican for November.
That's great. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, I worked with Patty.
Oh, that's fantastic. So I do. We do. And we don't leave, CYFD can't be on an island. So I'm having all these side conversations. You can't have, these agencies and departments were intended to fail in this administration. So they isolated them, they didn't hire folks who either have a vision or capacity or qualified, and if they were, they had no access to leadership or support to really do what they needed to do. So it was one of those aspects. And so now state workers are demoralized, they don't have the tools that they need, and we don't fix any of these by saying, top down, you do this. We make sure that they're equipped with what they need, and we leverage across state government until everybody's made whole, and we're also clear that we can't do this, get in your lane. Protecting children is everybody's lane.
Thank you.
That's right. Everybody's lane. It is. And I was really, and I don't know why I'm doing that here, I need to call Tim Keller. I get his first statement. You gotta know what the law is. You gotta trust your officers. They do have limitations. We don't want law enforcement making decisions about the merit of a case right in that situation or involving themselves in taking children away. However, if they're using that narrow jurisdiction in a way that prevents them from activating an investigation and having evidence that it's clearly a crime, that is a failure. And to have Tim Keller, that's great leadership in my mind, a few days later say, we're not doing this right. And we're not going to do it wrong anymore, and we're going to figure it out. That's the kind of future that we're all going to have.
Yes.
So what happens this afternoon, I think my job is actually to boss you around. I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible at it. You know that you're going to call some more, right? You're going to walk some more. We're feeling good about our voter contact is good. It's holding with our numbers. We take none of it for granted. If we don't get our voters out to vote, I don't care what the polls say, we don't win. They have to actually now bank that vote. 8 o'clock tonight, and then all day Tuesday, we're going to be celebrating in Albuquerque. If you can come, I would love it. It's not that I don't want to celebrate here. Here's a stronghold, but we're cheap. Cheap. Because we're going to need every single resource in the general. And we're going to have some resources left over. But we'd love to have more, so that's not a hint, but rather it means the work that you're doing is so much more important. Because if you don't have a good ground game, right, you can't assume that you're going to beat someone in just the money, particularly with Koch brothers already embedded in New Mexico. They're here. They're already here. They're in every single community, and they are in every small northern New Mexico. This race in the general, and I don't want to get ahead of myself because then I'll end, this race in the general, the battle's going to be in the north.
Yes.
It's going to be in the north. That's the only way they win, right? A road in Albuquerque, which is tough to do, but the battle's in the north. So we're going to be up here a ton. You're sort of the center of that launching further north. The number of people we have here is every indication about the way to support our volunteers in smaller communities. So I feel really good about that. And at 9:30 in the morning, we had about 75 people in Vegas, largest gathering they've had early in the morning. We were in Mora. We had about 65 people in Mora. We're going to be in Espanola after this. Then we're going to be in Taos. Then we're going to be in Eagle's Nest. Then we're going to be back in Albuquerque. Then we're going to be in southern New Mexico all day tomorrow. And then Monday, we're focused in Albuquerque. And Tuesday! Tuesday! I'm going to call everyone and say thank you.
When they go low in that
We
general
go
election,
high.
we're going high to quote one of our famous people. We're going
We
high.
are.
Yep.
And when you've got, I'm trying to find the right things because I want everyone to stay positive, and you have. And we have the best team ever in the state of New Mexico. I'm telling you now. I've worked on a lot of campaigns. And without telling you which campaign, here's just an anecdote. It's not actually an anecdote story, it's a real story. But I had a campaign worker and a volunteer get on social media and say very unkind things about me and my behavior and that I attacked them. And of course, I would never do that. We are kind and supportive. We offer food, water, whatever somebody needs. I don't care. I don't care what campaign you're on. And I've seen Charlotte do the same. Can we share a space? Can I help you bring your chairs in? I've seen Victor. I've seen all of you do that. You respect every Democrat who's engaged in this process. Can I just tell you how proud that makes me, that everyone is just working very hard. I know that you're supporting me and you're making the case, but we don't disrespect or disvalue any single Democrat in New Mexico, and that's how we rebuild the party, and it's how we demonstrate that we're gonna lead by example. So, thank you for holding me up. Thanks for my apple.
This morning when I'm out,
Yep.
a big percentage of the doors, they say, oh, you're from Rochelle, we already voted, thank you.
That-
A lot.
Well, I was at the
Yeah,
Taco Wars yesterday, and I mean, that's so mean. So while you guys are here with an apple and some donuts, I got tacos. And it was fantastic. People recognized us. They were very supportive. They said they'd already voted. If they hadn't voted, they took our literature, so we felt really good. And I've been called, somebody came by my door, I've seen their headquarters. It's a real indication of your work, and I'm so grateful. All right, so go out there, call, walk, one more big hot walk. Actually, are we going out Tuesday too, Charlotte?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Two more hot afternoon walks. Three more. Four more.
I just want to say, we can't do it without you guys. I mean,
No way.
we have the best family here, you can't even imagine. It's been a pleasure working with all of you. We really appreciate it.
Oh, you're gonna make Charlotte
We appreciate
cry.
you,
Look at
Charlotte.
that. You're gonna cry too. And you know what? This is the first time in my career I've been able to boss Charlotte around. It's so fantastic. She has bossed me around for 35 years. I know. Finally.
It's your turn,
Yeah,
Governor.
no one's your boss. I'm clear about that. We're just all partners. All right, thank you very much. We're gonna head to Espanola.
Thanks,
I'm grateful,
Michelle. Thank
grateful,
you very
grateful.
much.
All right, you.